And welcome back to HirePresence. I'm Patrick Dewar, my guest today, Jeff Crilly, and we're having incredibly too much fun because Jeff is an old TV newsie. I mean, I've seen his, I remember actually seeing you on TV, freezing in the cold.
When you were a little boy.
No, it wasn't quite that long ago. But the thing is that Jeff has 25 years in the TV realm, in the news realm. Has worked with CNN and all the big boys. Awards out the wazoo, Emmys, and several others, even top reporter in the state, which I think is awesome. But the fact is that Jeff has some ideas on ways for you to get the job of your dreams. Now, I know this may sound self-serving, but I need to say it. What do you think about getting a video, getting your story told on video or introducing yourself on video? We call it a resume or maybe even just a personal commercial.
Absolutely. I'm glad you asked me that. I think it's a must. It's a must. I mean, you got to use every tool available, and video is so intimate. It allows you to communicate who you are to the potential employer. I'll tell you a true story because I was doing video resumes before resumes were cool. This is 1990. I was in Minneapolis. I'm trying to get a job in Dallas. At that point, there were only 3 stations that mattered. Fox hadn't come along yet, so it was ABC, NBC, CBS. So I would grab my wife and the camcorder. My daughter Sarah was just 1 year old, and I would do a home video message from Minnesota. And I remember one time it was Halloween, and on Halloween there was a freak snowstorm, and we got 2 feet of snow. And I thought this is a great opportunity to convince this guy from Texas to hire me. So I grabbed my wife and my daughter, and we went outside in the snow, and I looked right into the camera, and I said, "Mike, Jeff Crilly from Minneapolis, we are freezing. Can you believe this? This is Halloween day. We're supposed to trick or treat tonight in the snow. This is my daughter. She's running around here in the snow having fun, but I'm freezing to death. You got to save me. Here's my latest work." And I would go into 2 or 3 news clips, and then I'd come back out and I'd say, "Mike, listen, I'm not going to give up on you the same way I wouldn't give up on a news story if you hired me and you assigned it to me. So I'll see you next month." And then I would do another take for Jim and another take for Frank, so I had all 3 news directors covered, and then I would ship these things in the mail to Dallas. True story, the news directors at these 3 stations started bringing other reporters into the room to watch these video resumes and say to the employees, "You see how lucky you are? This guy from Minnesota is exploiting his family to try and get a job here. You're lucky." And that's ultimately what got me hired at Fox 4 in Dallas.
Just being a little creative.
A little creative.
And doing something a little different. I'm so convinced that if people would just begin to realize that we've gone to a video world. I was told I had a face for radio and did TV anyways.
Well,
the only thing is, I hated the fact that you were the one that told me that. But
try the veal; he'll be here all week.
Oh, you're wrong.
So can I give your audience
Please
another?
do.
Okay, so in the same 303 offbeat ways to get a job, there are some other techniques. One of them is baking some cookies, and you send those in the mail to the potential employer, and with a note like, "Want to hire a smart cookie," or "This is not just another half-baked idea," something like that. And then if the pizza and the cookies don't work, this is the final strike. You take a vinyl record. Are you old enough to remember vinyl records? Okay. Vinyl records.
Sadly enough.
You take a vinyl record, you break it into a million pieces, put it in the shoebox along with your resume, and then you say, "Hate to sound like a broken record, but." And if you can't get a job with the pizza stunt, the cookie stunt, then you don't want to work for these guys because they're too stuffy, right? They don't have a personality.
Well, the other one is send them
A shoe?
No, it's a trash can.
What's that?
It's a trash can. Take a trash can. You can get them little like this, or you can get a big one. Take your resume, crumple it up, and throw it on the inside, and send the trash can.
And I saved you the time?
Yeah.
Have you the shoe one? This is a good one. It's you go to a store, you get a pair of shoes, and you cut them in 2, so you have 2 packages, right?
Right.
And you put it in the shoebox along with a note that says, "Just trying to get my foot in the door."
Right.
Okay. Wah, wah.
Yeah, really.
So I mean, there's lots of techniques, and these work with any kind of company that appreciates creativity. The only place I would not send that is like a conservative law firm, you know, button down, where this might be too much of a free thinker for us.
Yeah.
But it gets their attention. That gets you the job interview, and I mean, nobody is going to get a job these days just behind the keyboard.
Right.
You got to get out. You got to press the flesh. This recruiter that I did the story on a few years ago suggested, you know, find out where the employer goes to lunch. Show up. That seems a little stalkerish to me. You got to balance, you know, persistence, you know, with, you know, the law.
Don't want a restraining order before you get hired.
Yeah, that's a bad
It's not going to happen.
Exactly. And they have to have this going on with multiple different employers at the same time.
Well, and for some people, I have to admit, I know that some folks will look at some of these ideas and go, I can't do that. I can't do that. The fact is that all we're saying is think outside of the box a little bit. Don't be ordinary. When we come back from this break, we're going to have more of Jeff Crilly. He'll be here all day. And you'll want to hear the rest of the story that he has to say about getting your job. This is HirePresence, and thanks again for watching. Be right back.
Yvonne is a sweetheart. She's an awesome person, an awesome inspiration to us all.
Yvonne does not just talk the talk, she walks the walk about what's important in life and what she thinks changes for people.
Yvonne is so positive that she makes me want to be a better me.